Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the channel. Always a pleasure to give you these 6 p.m. videos. Again, why overcomplicate it? Me and Glenn have been talking about a particular industry within the petroleum sector that's on fire. Even with today's CPI report, it is on my radar. We got our second green light for the year, so let's go ahead and jump in the software and make some money. Now, as I open the software and look at it this morning, major indices up today, the market likes the CPI report thus far, right? We see our first green light. The last green light we had was January 6th. So it's been a little while here, showing some optimism in the market. I know one day is not a trend, but look at this. We have a primary wave up as of now this morning, right? That's showing how the VectorVest composite, a broad market, higher than it was 5 days ago. So not just one day optimism, right? Could actually be a potential turnaround in the market. So looking at the top RT sectors here, big momentum here in computer, see 2.02%. And if I look, petroleum machine equipment, 2.83%. Other than crypto currency, which, Bitcoin, probably a big move today, obviously at 2.84. Petroleum, right? Me and Glenn have been talking about this. Obviously, Trump coming in, probably going to flood the market with oil, his policy, drill, baby, drill, right? But the machine equipment and the exploration, the equipment needed for these new refineries will be very profitable under this administration. We're seeing a lot of momentum here. So this is the industry I wanted to show you. So we're going to take a look at the top 5 stocks here to see if there's potential to make money in the next few weeks. Now, these 5 stocks, right? The power of the VectorVest 7 software. In just an instance, I can see, look, all of these stocks here undervalued, right? Fundamentally sound, a little bit on the risky side when it comes to their safety, but look at the trend, RT relative timing. All of these stocks have an uptrend right now and a lot of momentum on that trend. If you're not familiar with these indicators, they're on a 0 to 2 scale. Above 1 is favorable, below 1 unfavorable. With ratings, 1.5 and higher, these stocks are on the move. No surprise, they have buy recommendations. And look, sales growth rate, forecasted earnings growth rate, other than 5% in flow tech here and sales growth rate, double digits across the board. So let's take a look at the charts. First stock on the list, GTLS here, petroleum machine equipment. Once again, hot space right now. Look at this, forecasted data on the rise. Sales growth rate, even though it declined, 18% right now finishing out, and growth rate 27% also on the rise over the last 6 months. Price action, ascending channel, right? Again, another successful touch, bounce here, buyers in control, showing a little bit of a doji candlestick right now with the gap up, a little bit indecision. I'd wait for some confirmation tomorrow. If you're not already in the position, if you're in this stock already, hey, you're sitting pretty right now. Look, value on the rise, price action on the rise. I like this stock. Another stock that's been on the top of the list here for quite some time, Flow Tech. I've been looking at this one here, ascending channel. Again, value on the rise, price action on the rise. If you watch any of my videos, that's one thing I would definitely always like to see. Both of these items on the rise here. But look, again, just like before, after the gap up today, not much optimism right now. Again, look for follow through. Take out today's high if you're not already in the stock. If you are in it, hey, as long as you're in the ascending channel, just stick to your stops right now. Again, RT relative timing, looks at the short-term price trend, favorable. It's been favorable right now. If we use a date line going back to the stock close that day, is $4.52, right? Stock almost doubled, $8.96 sitting at today. Forecasted data, earnings per share on the rise here at 0.33. Sales growth rate also on the rise. Look, went from negative to positive as well. If we take a look here, finished out at 5%. So I do like that. Even though it's not phenomenal, hey, the company might be turning around their sales team, right? Growth rate and earnings relatively flat compared to where we were 12 months ago. But look, 26%. Don't sleep on this company. Here's another great undervalued company. I keep it simple, right? We got a trend line here for the bulls. As long as price action stays above this trend line, hey, we're sitting gravy, right? RT relative timing in favorable territory. Again, the power of RT, getting into positions when RT crosses over in a favorable territory. You can see that's right when the trend line started to form here. If we take a look, close that day, $19.99, closing out at $27.82, right? Don't sleep on these indicators. Earnings per share also on the rise. Sales growth rate, even though declines, faltering a little bit, 43%. Growth rate and earnings, 39%. I see the drop too over the last few months. But hey, phenomenal numbers. Buyers, they feel comfortable with this company. Hey, you're getting a deal, buy recommendation. These are great companies. I know they may not be as exciting as some of the tech companies, right? But if you want to be a responsible investor, diversify your portfolio. These are some great names to have on your radar, right? As far as this company, FTI, not a lot of volatility, not a lot of momentum either as the other positions, but look, greatly undervalued. We value this company here Was he $50.67 right now? It's trading at $32. I see a lot of upside potential there. Relative time, short-term price trend, hey, it's in our favor and has been for the past few months. Forecasted data, earnings per share on the rise. Sales growth rate faltered, but hey, 14% double digits, growth rate 33%. Again, not a bad company to have in your portfolio. Here's the last stock on the list. We just added to the database not too long ago. You could see momentum there, right? Today, not the day to buy it, down day to day. But look, value on the rise, price on the rise. For a stock to just get in the VectorVest 7 software and do one of my favorite chart patterns, you know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you know how I feel about that chart pattern. Price action on the rise, value on the rise. Today, hey, I see some buyers coming in on the dip, right? If you want some follow through, take out yesterday's high, look at the volume to see the conviction of the market.